creating online content for years, absolutely years, probably 10, 15 years now that I think about it, maybe 15 years. And one of the hardest things was we used to work with was just finding copywriters, like the hardest thing with a content production. Like we basically run a content shop. And one of the hardest things is actually finding good quality writers. And for years, we've tried working with people in the Philippines, but sometimes the sort of people that we could afford to hire, their grammatical nuances were a little bit different to a native English speaker. And then for many years, we worked with, a group of Serbian people who were just incredible, but they became unaffordable for us. So we weren't able to afford them they just basically got too expensive for us. And so then I was in a bit of a bind, and I thought, God, how can I, and Upwork's broken, you can't use that anymore. And the content mills, like Textbroker, are terrible. I'm sure there's some good, content mills out there, but some of it was just so bad and hard to use. And anyway, so I thought I'm going to scratch my own itch. And so Kazi Work is the result of that. Kazi just means work in Kenya. So work. But anyway, we might change that over to Small Revolution in the future. But we're just revamping this at the moment because we've got, let's say 289 resumes in there. But the thing that we're finding is that there's a plethora of people who are VAs, who want to be VAs or customer service. 100 plus of the resumes are, VAs and customer service. And we found that, you don't really need any skills. Everyone just says, oh, look, I could do that. I'll have a go at that. So we've got a lot of those people. But the thing that's really hard is finding a copywriter, but we have cracked it. We now have a team of 20 copywriters that are all from our system in Kazi, and they are brilliant. If you go to any of the work, I'm sure you'll agree that the quality of our writing is certainly not content mill style. It's really, really great writing if you look at our portfolio of work. But I'll just show you, so I'll just getting you up to date with a couple of the changes that we're making to Kazi at the moment. We're now going to focus solely on copywriters. In the future, we might also bring in graphic designers who can also produce content for content marketers. So our focus here is to tap into the Kenyan market where the education levels are so high. Their marketing nuances are very similar to what we need for our work. So it's been just an amazing, amazing fit for us. So we're going to change Kazi. We're going to get rid of all the VAs and sort of customer service type stuff. We're just going to focus on copywriters for the moment, just getting the best copywriters. They have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get in. So, and then what we've also changed is $45 for 60 days access. So that should give you enough time to find someone. So Museum's just going through now and making a whole bunch of changes. This is BJ. He's actually a graphic designer, so we'll remove him from the featured list and all that sort of stuff. But this is the sort of, these are the sort of writers that we're finding now. And to give you a bit of an idea, 300 Kenyan shillings is at the moment, let's say $3 US. So it gives you an idea that this lady here is, $2.50 an hour, perhaps. And you can just sort of see, I'm not logged in, unfortunately, but you can just see she can write. She can write really well. It's no spelling mistakes. The grammar looks really good. And then, of course, we've got an e-portfolio behind here, so samples of her work. And we actually interview each of these people and try to get a conversation going just to learn about them, to learn what really gets them going, whether they've got topic expertise. Oh, that's something I've got to do. Topic expertise. I need to tell UCN about that. Topic expertise, it's learn a little bit about them, what their availability is, this sort of stuff. But and here's another girl here. I'm not logged in, so I beg your pardon, I don't know her name. But again, you can just see this type of content, like what she can write. SEM, SEO. So we would put her into our queue to see if we could work with her. We'd put her into our hiring queue. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of share with you that, here's the resume from Eunice. Just again, we collect all these resumes, and that's a bit big. We collect all these resumes, but you can see that they've had some really interesting experience, world experience, which makes them good writers. So yeah, these are this is just the changes that we're making. So Kazi's going to move towards, like, we basically made it to scratch our own itch because it's just so hard to find copywriters anywhere. And so this is essentially our pipeline for getting copywriters, because we probably put on, the team is growing. We're probably putting on 1 to 2 copywriters a week because we're growing so much. And this is our funnel, basically, to go and find those people because the other platforms don't really work. Okay, bye.